75 ball. And for the final two words of our pregame ceremony presented by Webster Pop. Welcome youngsters from the Oxford Lassie League. Let's hear it, kids!
Cal Raleigh walked one off in grand fashion for the Mariners. Gunnar Henderson went deep early on as the O's completed their series sweep in St. Pete. And the Yankees and Carlos Rodon got the better of Seth Lugo and the Royals. Steve Lennox on Baseball live stream podcast. We are recapping day number 75 of the Major League Baseball regular season. A new video to open up the show gives me an opportunity to encourage you to join and participate in our Lennox on Baseball daily recaps. That's a home movie, my own, from Polar Park in Worcester, Massachusetts. There a few weeks ago when Jackson Holiday and the Norfolk Tides were in town to take on the Worcester Red Sox. Great ballpark, great atmosphere, good food, solid food, and just an absolutely terrific environment at Polar Park. Still one of the newer parks around minor league baseball. If you go to a big league or minor league game this year and you want to take some video, I'm looking for concession workers taking orders, guys in the back, men and women in the back, cooking up the ballpark fare. I'm looking for the guy hawking the peanuts or the beer in the stands. Seventh inning stretch, something from the ballpark. If you've got a 30-second, 40-second, minute video, I can edit it down, send it my way. Easy enough. You can send me a note via X, formerly known as Twitter, and then we can go from there as well. But enjoy doing them. Jen Sabatine-Francis, David Wills, friends. Brian Holland has our closeout every day. Friends from my baseball world participating with that as well. So the latest, again, from Polar Park, that's how we open up the show, a little 30-second clip from a ballpark and the different things going on around the yard as well. Before we get into our Day 75 recap, we've got That's Baseball and started it on Sunday, opening up a 2022 Topps card set. Our first card, and I looked him up, Vladimir Gutierrez, former Cincinnati Red, now actually pitching in the Red Sox system. That was card number one, Cuban-born Vladimir Gutierrez. So 16 cards total. I am unveiling this on our system. Believe me when I say I do not know the second card coming in our stretch, but looks like a member of the Donovan Solano Giants from 2022. So that is card number 2 in our set of 16, and that's baseball. Donovan Solano, San Francisco Giants from 2022. That's our card set. I'm getting better at sort of putting these in the shot as well. Recapping day number 75 of the Major League Baseball season. Light Monday schedule, 7 games total and 6 new series getting underway as well. And how about the Mariners? Mariners first to 4 at home against the White Sox. Mariners down 4-0 going to the bottom of the 8th inning. When the bottom of the 8th inning was over, game was tied 4-4. Eric Fedde was terrific, did not allow a run over the first 7 innings. Fedde took them out in the 8th inning, was charged with the first of the 4 runs that were scored by the Mariners in that bottom of the 8th inning. Michael Kopech was charged with the other. But in the bottom of the 9th inning, bases loaded, Cal Raleigh at the plate with 1 out. Boom, home run, ball game over. Fans go home happy. It's in Seattle. Cal Raleigh, the hero of the night, 8-4 the final as the Mariners take game 1. And when you've lost 50 games on the season, leading 4-0 and your starter dealing after 7, those are the games that you lose. And that's what the White Sox did last night. Mariners 4 in the 8th to tie it, 4 in the 9th inning on the grand slam by Cal Raleigh. 4th walk-off win of the season for the Seattle Mariners, and 50 losses now on the season. We're not even close to the middle. Oh, well, I guess we could say we're close to the middle of June, but we're not even close to July 1. Eric Fedde, again, was terrific in his start. Jordan Leisure giving up the 4 runs in the 9th inning, including the grand slam. Luis Robert Jr., Corey Julks, both homering for the White Sox. Mariners, again, their 4th walk-off win of the season as they opened up that series with the comeback victory. Remember, last Friday night. I believe it was in Kansas City where they were up 8-0, and the Royals came back and walked it off in the bottom of the ninth, won that one 10-9. Orioles departing from Tampa St. Pete with a 4-game series sweep over the Rays Monday in the finale. Orioles taking it 5-2. Baltimore's 5th series sweep of the season. They're second on the road in a 4-game sweep. Swept the White Sox on the south side of Chicago in a 4-game series a few weeks back. They take all 4 in St. Pete at Tropicana Field against the Rays. Orioles are 6-1 against the Rays this season, 17-6 against AL East teams. And with the win on Monday, the Orioles are now a season-high 21 games over 500. One pitch, that's all it took for the Orioles to take the lead in the top of the first inning. Ryan Pepiot delivered. Gunnar Henderson sent it out of the park. 21st home run of the season for Henderson. He had a 3-hit night, scored 3 runs. James McCann also collecting 2 hits, a solo home run for McCann in the third. That tied the game at 2. Ryan O'Hearn, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2-run double in the 5th, putting the Orioles up 4-2. They would not trail again. Corbin Burns picking up the win. Burns now 7-2 at a 2.08 ERA in his first 14 starts of the season. Burns' final line, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs, both unearned. 5 hits, 2 runs, neither one was earned. 1 walk, 6 Ks. Rays scoring just 7 runs and collecting 22 total hits and getting swept at home by Baltimore. And the Orioles continue to hit home runs. At least 1 home run now in a season high 10 straight games. 25 total in that stretch, 104 through their first 65 games of the season. And Gunnar Henderson, again, getting the game going with a home run on the first pitch of the game that he saw from Ryan Pepiot. Twins open up a 7-game homestand, the first of 3 against the Rockies on Monday night. Won the game 5-0. Chris Paddock, terrific, combining with 3 relievers on the shutout victory. Paddock went the first 6 1/3, now 5-3 with the victory. Royce Lewis did hit a home run in the game. Lewis already is 4th, and remember, he missed a bulk of the time just back recently. 4 home runs now for Royce Lewis, 2-run shot in the 8th inning. Rockies have dropped 8 of 10. Paddock gave up 6 hits, all singles, walked no one, and struck out 6 for the victory. Yankees and Royals in Kansas City. Yankees opening up a 7-game road trip, the first 4 in Kansas City over the weekend in Boston against the Red Sox. 4-2 the final. Yankees win the opener against the Royals. Carlos Rodon, another strong performance. Rodon, last year, I believe it was his last start of the season, roughed up, did not get an out in the first inning against the Royals. Came back last night, picked up the victory, gave up a run on 5 hits over 7, did not issue a walk, struck out 3, now 9-2 on the season. Jose Trevino, 2 hits, 2-run single in the 4th inning. That made it 4-0. Seth Lugo giving up all 4 runs in the start for Kansas City. He falls to 9-2. And Lugo 0-2 in his last 2 outings, giving up 9 earned runs total in 13 innings in those 2 starts. Gave up just 15 total earned runs in his first 12 starts of the season. Aaron Judge night off. Juan Soto back in the lineup. Went 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. And credit Ryan Ruocco on the Yes Network for this little tidbit. Yankees gave us the heads up here. Yankees had 3 sack bunts, and they did not homer in the win. You can actually drop down a bunt, not hit the ball to the park, and win baseball games at the big league level. Brewers back home after going 2-4 on their road trip through Philadelphia and Detroit. Successful return to Milwaukee for the Brewers. Beat the Blue Jays 3-1. Jackson Chourio tied the game at 1 with a solo home run in the 3rd. Willie Adames had a night. Put the Brewers in front with a solo home run in the 4th inning. Adames also had another RBI with a sac fly in the 6th inning. Colin Ray now 5-2 with the victory for Milwaukee. He went 7, gave up a run on 3 hits, did not allow a walk, struck out 4. Ray gave up a home run to Alejandro Kirk, that in the 3rd inning, and it put the Jays in front 1-0. Jose Barrios, the loss, now 5-5 on the year. Brewers manager Pat Murphy sharing the news before the game. Looks like rookie starter Robert Gasser is going to be out for the rest of the season. He's going to seek a 3rd opinion on his bulky left elbow. Reconstructive surgery. I said it the other day. They're saying elbow surgery, reconstructive surgery. It seems like in a lot of these reports and descriptions of pitchers' injuries with the elbows, they're not saying Tommy John right now. They're not saying Tommy John surgery. They can go in there at this point in time, see if they can do this newer procedure and fix things. But it looks like Gasser's going to be out for the rest of the season. Again, he's going to seek a 3rd opinion. Was off to a strong start, and so were the Brewers. In his 5 starts, They were 5-0. A's and Padres at Petco Park in San Diego. Padres picking up the 6-1 victory in the series opener against the A's. Jake Cronenworth, Fernando Tatis Jr., both homering in the win. Tatis Jr. has now hit safely in a career-high 16 in a row. Dylan Cease upped his record to 6-5 with the win. Cease went the first 6, struck out 8, gave up just 1 run. That was on a solo home run from Tyler Soderstrom in the second inning. Jackson Merrill had a nice night with 3 hits, knocked in a run with an RBI single in the 7th inning for San Diego. And Luis Arraez, second straight game going 0 for 5. Astros 2 runs in the top of the 10th inning in San Francisco against the Giants. The Giants scored 3 in the bottom half of the 10th inning and walked off with a 4-3 victory. Patrick Bailey tied the game at 3 with an RBI base hit. Austin Slater then won it with an RBI single. Second career walk-off hit for Slater. After the game, Slater said, "It felt great." Giants pick up the win, and they take game 1 of that 3-game series against the Astros. That's a recap of day number 75 of the Major League Baseball regular season. As always, Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast in Easton, Maryland. Considering to stay on the beautiful Maryland Eastern Shore this summer or fall, consider a stay at the Yellow Rose of Talbot B&B. Tell my sister Tammy, my brother-in-law Kenneth, that I sent you their way. The double play is and always will be the pitcher's best friend, whether you go 6-4-3, 5-4-3 around the horn, or up the middle 4-6-3. Turn 2, and the pitcher will have a great big smile on their face from ear to ear. Salvador Perez, now top 10 Royal of all time. I think we can agree on that. And you can probably make a case for top 5. Maybe top 3. Don't say the best. Okay, that belongs to George Brett. Now, conversation would end right there. But Salvador Perez, let's say top 5. Okay, top 5 Royal of all time. How close is Salvador Perez, to garnering serious consideration? You know where I'm going here. How close is he to garnering serious consideration for Cooperstown? The 94th Major League Baseball All-Star Game is going to be played at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, just in case you didn't know it. That's coming up on July 16th. Happy to announce our latest Lennox on Baseball chat later this afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to visit with author Steve Kettman. We're going to talk about Jose Canseco's book that he did years ago and prove that Jose was right about a lot of different things. We're also going to talk to Steve about his book that was published in 2015 that he did on baseball, longtime baseball executive Sandy Alderson, a guy that I've always been enamored with, the book Baseball Maverick on Sandy Alderson. We're going to talk with Steve Kettman on our 2 Facebook pages, at Lennox on Baseball YouTube channel, also via the X as well, at Lennox on Baseball. So our interview with Steve Kettman coming up again at 1 p.m. Eastern later today on this Tuesday as we are approaching the middle of June. Former Aberdeen Ironburn intern Brian Holland takes us away.
Stop talking during the anthem. Go watch Steve Lennox's new podcast because Steve is the man.